When you travel, never wear brand new shoes, and unless you're the one paying, don't travel with relatives. When you're asking someone for a favor, the simpler you dress, the better. While you're on a business trip, keep your social media quiet. And if you visit a city where an old classmate lives, don't reach out first. If you really want to see them, book lunch for the day you're heading back. Do you know why? Stick around because this story explains everything. Trish worked at a major firm in Chicago as an executive assistant for 2 years. She always listened to her boss in silence, never interrupting. Every morning she brought him his coffee and handled every detail with care. One day she accompanied her boss, a multi-millionaire entrepreneur, to negotiate a $30 million deal. All the details had already been settled between her boss and the client's general manager, a man named Mr. Walker. But on the day of the signing, something happened that Trish would never forget. The general manager looked at Trish and said, "You're the first young person I've seen who could move a deal like this in 10 minutes. That's seriously impressive." Trish smiled and replied, "Oh no. My boss is the impressive one. I'm just here to help." Instantly, the general manager's face turned cold. He said, "I need to think about this a little more. Let's talk another day." Then he turned around and walked back to his hotel. Trish's boss looked at her and said, "When it comes to social intelligence, you've still got a long way to go. Because you didn't know how to speak, you just cost yourself a $200,000 commission." Trish was devastated. She didn't even know what she had done wrong. Then her boss told her, "You have one chance to fix this. The commission on this project alone is over $500,000. "What do I do?" she asked. Immediately the boss pulled a book out of his bag called People Skills. He said, "Go home tonight and read this from cover to cover. Every answer you need is in there." The next day, as soon as they sat down, the general manager said, "Young lady, I didn't expect you to be this persistent. You remind me of my younger self." Trish instantly remembered what she had read the night before. She calmly said, "Mr. Walker, that's far too generous. If it weren't for you giving me this opportunity, I never would have had the chance to work with someone at your level." The general manager laughed, looked at his vice president and said, "Give the project to her. I trust her." And just like that, Trish closed the deal. She got promoted to manager. To thank her boss, she bought 2 expensive bottles of red wine and brought them to his house. But the moment she walked in, she saw him having dinner with 2 of his superiors. Trish reacted instantly. She pulled $5 out of her pocket and said, "Mr. Bennett, here's the change from the wine you asked me to buy. I'll leave it on the table. Enjoy your dinner. I won't disturb you." Then she left. But it gets even better. The next day, Trish invited her boss to a high-end restaurant. As they walked in, the waiter said to Trish, "Manager, your private room is on the 2nd floor. Her boss laughed and patted her on the shoulder. "Wow, now you look more like the boss than I do." Trish calmly replied, "You're joking, you're the boss, I'm just your employee. Besides, this waiter is smart. He knows you don't skip the chain of command when you speak." Her boss burst out laughing. "You're getting good at this. I guess that book really paid off." Trish smiled. "That's because I've been by your side, learning from your style and your presence. Like they say, a bird that flies with a phoenix will fly higher, and people who walk with the wise become better themselves." Her boss was thrilled. He said, "People love to talk about success like it only comes from talent, but real life does not work that way. A person can be hardworking, well-educated, and genuinely kind, and still get ignored, pressured, used, blamed, or completely outplayed by other people."